Happy New Year, everyone. I'm on the CAD yen chart here. This is the weekly chart, and I've already gotten a couple messages to do a trade recap review of the trade that I posted. I'm I don't know, 275 pips or so. I've taken a couple little chunks of profit here and there, but let's get into it. So when I got to this chart, we were, I believe, on this candle here, trading down. So I was looking for a long entry, and the reason was you can see kind of this nice structure level here that was broken, and price actually put in. I don't specifically trade candlestick patterns or chart patterns like head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders, but I do pay attention to them if they pop out. So this is an inverse head and shoulders. You got shoulder, head, last shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, depending on which way you're looking at it, and then the neckline. So that was broken with kind of an impulsive move. Pretty much cleared it out with one strong weekly candle, a little bit of fidgety here, and then came back up and slowly made some highs, actually the highs of 2017, and slowly started kind of correcting during a little exhaustion phase. So what I was kind of looking for, I saw this nice candle here that to me kind of indicated buying pressure, and there's one here as well, but and depending on where you had your stop loss, people who traded off of this bullish candle, or maybe still in this trade, but I liked the location of this one a lot better, and the reason is you can see it clearer on the daily chart. Once we traded back down into these levels here, and we just fib this little impulsive move here, if it'll lock on, up to the high, so low to high. You can see our fib levels here. I use these 350, 61.8, and 78.6. We had that perfect touch of the 78.6 right in a very interesting area. Let me remove the neckline there. You can see this candle here. We have this super long wick down, which was, once price made the low there, it was sucked back up and closed pretty much on its high for the day. And that candle indicates demand to me. So what I did was I boxed it off, from the candle body to down to the bottom of the wick, and saw the buying pressure out of that level, that demand zone. So what I was looking at is kind of a higher low entry essentially out of this demand zone, because once it was established that price during its exhaustion phase returned to that, buyers became interested again and pushed up, and then slowly came right back down and retested it. So what I did was I just kind of fibbed this low to high, and let me move those ones out of the way, and we've got our three fibs here. Price was kind of trickling down, around here when I was doing this whole analysis. And we put in this doji candle on the 14th of December, and I wasn't sure if price was going to dip all the way back down there. It was coming right off the 61.8 and this nice little kind of roll reversal level here. You can see support was broken, resistance broken, support. So I was kind of anticipating, maybe that being its bottom. So as we kind of spiked back down to the 61.8, I just went ahead and entered. And my entry was on the 15th of December, so this candle here. And I had my stop loss below. Let me remove this demand zone. Below the low of this kind of really bullish candle here. It was below the 78.6. Probably, since this was going to be kind of a longer term hold, I really should have kind of decreased my position size a little bit and just gave myself a little bit extra wiggle room. I am going to start doing that in this year, just because that's the best place for it. I mean, is below previous structure, because it certainly could have came down here and double bottomed. So a stop loss below that. Actually, to be really safe, it really should have been below this this demand zone here. So maybe something like that. But I'm still kind of playing with position sizing and swing trading and trying to you always want to take on trades with the least amount of risk possible. You can always minimize it to 1 or 2% or whatever your risk tolerance is, but I've been more or less day trading for the past 3 years almost, and so my stop losses are anywhere from 10 to 30 pips usually. So I actually had my stop loss, like I said, just below that 78.6 and that large bullish candle right there. So that was my risk. Let me just change the color of that. So that was my risk, and my first kind of target that I was looking at was really just these little highs here. We got these two little, we were coming up into some previous support, which became resistance here. So as price was kind of spiking up in here, I took a little bit of profit off, and then moved my stop to break even. And the next area I took a little bit of profit off, I believe, was kind of right around here. It was after we had spiked up past these, and then this candle closed kind of bullish or bearish. On another little spike back up, I took some more profit off. Don't remember the exact levels, but so that was kind of my second little target there. And then I actually just took a little bit off about 30 minutes ago, just because we're coming up into another little supply zone that price got kind of spit out of during its exhaustion phase. And we have like the negative 61.8, so I took some profit off about right around 90.49 ish. We were kind of struggling right around that 90.50 level. So I went ahead and took a little bit more off. Overall target wise, another target is the 2017 highs, But really what I would love to see happen over, who knows how long I'll be holding this trade, but I'll likely get trail stopped out because I do have my, currently I have my my trail stop, about right here. I don't know, maybe a little bit lower, somewhere. It's below this little consolidation area here before we've broken back out. So anyways, on the weekly chart, regarding that head and shoulders pattern, like I said, I don't typically, trade those like textbook style, but typically how people who do trade these, they'll find the neckline and the head, and some people will take kind of a measured move of that head and duplicate that and project that up into the future for potential targets, and that kind of puts us up right around this little area here, which that was a really strong turning point in the market for the CAD yen after it actually formed this head and shoulders. Head, other shoulder. Who knows if it'll start trucking up that way. It would be nice just to really kind of get some, nice, big, strong weekly candles like that. You can see that distance was covered in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, about 10 or 11 weeks. So the next couple months it could really start trucking up there if the bulls really take over, if fundamental stuff kind of start aligning, and so we'll see. Like I said, I've taken some cheese off already, and I'm just gonna take what the market gives me. It's already been a really profitable trade. Yeah, like I said, I may take a little bit more off at the 2017 highs, just because that's, those are the most recent highs. Yeah, other than that, I'll probably maybe just leave the remaining amount and then just kind of trail stop, probably based off of weekly candles. If we get a really strong weekly candle, like this, just kind of trail it along based off of structure. So that's kind of my plan for 2018. I'm really gonna step back from, not do too much day trading. I'm kind of getting my feet wet in a couple other little business things, so I want to take the time that is needed to really kind of delve into those and learn those businesses, and really they have good potential. So I want to kind of focus on those as much as I can over this next year, and just kind of go from there. So trading wise, daily, weekly charts are probably going to be my main analysis charts. Probably use the 4-hour for kind of honing an entry. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to be trying to do some trade recaps here and there. And other than that, I hope you have a fantastic year. I hope it's very abundant. And I look forward to hearing from you. Like and subscribe, share. I guess that's kind of what people say on their YouTube videos. So if you want, like and subscribe. And thanks a lot for watching. Take care.